Hi there. Welcome back to Engage New York, Module 4, Lesson 20. This is the problem set debrief. Let's go through this together. All right. So this problem you just had to finish out, and it's 3/8 of a gallon, right? Then notice what I did. I went back and I kept the same format, 12 inches equal to 1 foot. Then I looked at my problem. I'm going from feet to inches. So I know I'm going feet to inches. When I go from feet to inches, I use my whole number, right? Okay, so 4 2/3 by 1 foot, 12 inches, 56 inches. Then over here, I know that 2 pints is equal to 1 quart. Well, I'm going from pints to quarts. So remember, when you're going in this direction, you're using your fraction. So 9.5 times 1/2 of a quart, and I end up with 4 3/4 quarts. Then moving on, same thing. I kept the same format. 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour. So smaller, notice I have my smaller on the left, my larger unit on the right. I look to see what direction I'm going. I'm going from hours to minutes. That means I'm keeping my whole number and not using a fraction. So 3 3/5 times 1 hour is 3 3/5 times 60 minutes. And multiply it out, it's 216 minutes. Then 3 feet is equal to 1 yard, my smaller unit to my larger unit. I look at my problem. I'm going from feet to yards. So now I use my fraction, and I use my same format, and I end up with 1 2/9 of a yard. Okay. I'm just going to give you a quick view of that. So you can, if you need to stop the video and check your work, figure out where you made a mistake, now's the time to do it. All right, let's go to our word problems. Now, we have 3 dump trucks, truck A, truck B, truck C. This was step 1. I needed to figure out how many pounds I had all together because I'm going from pounds to tons. So I have 9,000 pounds. So this is step 2. 9,000 pounds. I have 9,000 pounds and I want to figure out how many tons it is equal to. So if I go back up here, I'm going from pounds to tons. So yes, I'm using my fraction, right? Because I'm going in this direction. I'm converting smaller to larger. 1 pound is 1 2,000ths of a ton. So 9,000 pounds, 1 2,000ths of a ton. Now I've just converted to tons. So 9,000 over 2,000, if you notice, I could just cancel out my zeros. It came to 9 seconds, 9 halves, which reduces down to 4.5 tons. But this isn't the answer. This is the answer that they're asking you. 3 trucks are carrying 4.5 tons. Then we have these 2 girls buying iced tea. So Melissa has 3 3/4 gallon. Danita has 3 3/4 gallon plus 7 quarts. Now, they want our answer in quarts. So what do I know? We know 4 quarts is equal to 1 gallon. So yes, I'm going in this direction using the whole number, not a fraction. So 3 3/4 of a gallon is equal to how many quarts? So 3 3/4 times a gallon, change it to quarts, I end up with 15 quarts. So this one right here is just equal to 15 quarts. But we want to know how much they have all together. So I have to do 15 quarts plus 15 quarts plus 7 quarts. That's 37 quarts. So this isn't the answer. This is the answer. They buy 37 quarts of iced tea together. Okay, this problem, our 3-step problem, here we go. We have Marvin, 27 3/4 foot of hose. He owns 2/3 of that already. So I'm trying to figure out what is 2/3 of 27 3/4. This is step 1. What is 2/3 of 27 3/4 feet? So I do my multiplication, I end up with 18½ feet. So before I can go even start the next part, I have to figure out how much the first hose and the second hose are all together. So this is how much hose he has together. But we don't want feet, we want yards. So what do we know? We know that 3 feet is equal to 1 yard. So, and I'm going from smaller units to larger units, right? So I use my fraction. Now I have to use all my hose and I'm converting it to yards, right? So I put in my 1/3 of a yard here. Ends up with over 185 over 4 times 1/3. And you're just going to end up with 185 over 12, and that simplifies down to 15 5/12 of a yard. But that's not the answer. Here's the answer. Marvin now has 15 5/12 yards of hose. All right. This problem you might need to stop and dissect, because at the end of the module test, there'll definitely be problems like these on that exam. All right, figure out how that works and tell yourself, walk through the problem and say, okay, what is my step 1? What is my step 2? What is my step 3? Instead of you just copying down the answer, because you're not actually learning when you just copy down the answer. You learn when you start reflecting and start analyzing. Okay, hopefully you did well. Go back and fix what you missed so that you can now take on the homework and feel confident.